So you have to do, you can't even do that yet. You have to go to that Google form that was sent. You can do a Google form first. So the email that you can send everybody's one. No, yeah, that one. Yeah, you can do that Google form. And that gives you the option of professional or personal and stuff. Yeah, you can do that first, get approved, then you can do the office. Yeah. So you just put there right there and start name and Apple and what you're using it for.
So I'll use personal.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's until it's updated in the system? Or?
No, you have to do that Google form before you can even do it in YAS. Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying earlier. There's too many extra steps. Yep. Okie dokie. Remember, it's layer, blend, layer, blend. So if you need to make things darker, you add a layer, and you go back and you blend it, and you can go back on top. And then you want to kind of clean up as you go. So like my top edge of my little sphere, very small, the bottom corner, has gotten a little messy. So I would need to go ahead and like take my eraser and try and clean it up some. Oh, and then don't blow on your paper like I just did. Oops. Let's have it. Okay, I'm going to get my cast shadow down. Remember, it's just like how when we were doing like our figure drawing, or if you were drawing the peppers, things like that, we should be constantly looking at our reference, and looking at our paper. Back and forth, even after we've started adding our value. Remember, don't wipe your face or your nose or anything while you've got charcoal on your fingers. Doing our background and our cast shadow, setting that standard for what our darks are going to be. If you're someone who rests your hand on your paper, make sure you've got a scrap paper from that blue bin over there up underneath your hand. If you're kind of like conscious of it, you're going to keep your hand up and just use your fingertip, which works a little bit better if you're standing. But I know that's asking a lot of y'all to stop. Soft edges on that cast shadow.
And then when you switch to your form shadow and your core shadow, I would switch to my Vine charcoal. Okay. Round marks close together. Again, I'm working quickly up here. Now, you're not restricted to just using that Vine charcoal on your sphere. I don't want to have said that and it be confusing. You can use your compressed charcoal too, okay? The Vine charcoal is really good for kind of like helping us find where our values are going to be, but you can definitely go back in with that compressed. Bless you. Thanks. Remember, blending as you go, cleaning as you go. Also, I invite you to step away from your sphere every once in a while, or like at least look away from it, because sometimes we can look at it so much that it's like everything seems to like blend together as far as our values go. So kind of give yourself a little bit of a break. Also, don't be scared to, use your finger as a tool. So, like, if you have an area that you know has a lot of charcoal, you can kind of rub your finger on it. You'll get it on here, and you can maybe push it this way.
May I get an eraser?
Did I skip you? I'm so sorry. There's a box I put in that pink tub, and they're in there. I'm so sorry, Hunter. I thought. And that's yours, and you can hold on to it, okay? Yep, just open the box. And you can keep it in your flat file. Okay, so don't be scared to use like a finger as a tool. So like I pick up some and I go back in, because on our reference image our table is slightly darker than the edge, that left edge of our sphere, and so I don't want to have like a harsh line there for my pencil or anything, so I'm going to create a little bit of value in my table, but I don't want it to be too harsh. Again, you don't have to color all the way to the edges or anything like that. But I've got a lot of value in my cast shadow, so I'm kind of just pulling that to the side. You can see where I kind of messed up. Again, I invite you to kind of pause, step back, look at it from a little bit more of a distance. Make sure you're not too dark too fast. Okay? Don't want to be too dark too fast. Because you can clean it up, but it's not ever like coming back to a fresh piece of paper. Kind of like relationships. Life lesson number 2. Life can be a little messy. You can clean it up. Bless you. Don't wipe your face with charcoal fingers if you just sneezed. Marks are always close together and they echo the shape of your object.